For netball news, views, and interviews, tune in to the 3 Feet Radio Show with Ben Carbonaro and Luke Herbert. Visit 3feetradio.com.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome again to the 3 Feet Radio Show. And I must say, we've decided to go in a bit of a different path today. We're speaking with someone who has decided to cross over from New Zealand to Australia, aren't we, Luke?
We are, and I must say this is a particularly interesting interview to me, but I'll come back to those reasons a little later on in the program. So get us underway, Ben.
And joining us today is West Coast Fever's new signing in Erena Mikaere. Hello, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
And first of all, Erena, what made you want to move over to Perth to play with the Fever after spending time at the Southern Seal in New Zealand?
Hey, I saw it as a good opportunity to play the Aussie style, and it's a good opportunity for myself to get that fitness and everything up about the Aussie style intrigues me. And it's a good move for myself and my family. Look, my partner was in Perth already, working, and he had to move for me down South Island, so it's about time I moved for him to do something also.
Just while we're staying on Perth, which quite a bit of this interview we will be talking about that city, but apart from playing in the ANZ Championship, have you spent any time in Perth?
No, only the time I come over was the Waikato Bay Puni Magic for the week we played the Fever, and that's about it. It's the only time I've been to.
And you talk about your time with the Magic. You were part of a premiership there. It was no doubt a pretty special time for you. You didn't get much court time, but at the same time too, did you learn a lot from working and training with the likes of Casey Corpora and Leona de Brain?
I did. Like, every day was great with them, and I learnt a lot. And that's what I'm hoping to learn from the Fever girls. Also, you've got the Diamond girls in there, so I want to learn from them. And I also had Teo in that premiership, so I've got her to link in with the Fever team, so I'm hoping it'll be a smooth transition.
And just talking of transition, I'm Perth born, so I'm a bit qualified to actually ask this question. Although, funnily enough, I live in the deep south now. But moving along from that point, have you or will you be preparing yourself, and how, for the change in climate that's coming? And just to allude to the listener who may not be that familiar with Perth's climate, you can get up to 40 degrees Celsius in summer in Perth's climate, in Perth. So that's the sort of reasoning behind my question.
Yeah, look, I'm a sun bunny and I love the heat. I love the Pacific Islands because of the heat. Now I travel there as much as I can, so I'm looking forward to the heat. And I heard you have quite cold days too.
Well, cold is relative. When I first moved to Christchurch 15 years ago, it dawned on me that the summer temperatures were considered cold winter temperatures in Perth.
Oh well, hopefully I'll climatise fast and it'll feel kind of cold there, but I do enjoy the heat, so I'm actually looking forward to it.
You mentioned you look forward to working with some of the Diamonds girls. Where do you see yourself fitting into the defensive lineup at the Fever?
I'm not quite sure yet. I'm coming over just for the opportunity to be trained by Stacey and and play against the Diamonds girls on a regular basis. That can help you in many ways anyway, because they're the top starting lineup for the Diamonds, and how's that for training with them every day? I think I'm gonna, take something from that.
And just while you be training with the Australian girls, how's it gonna feel when you play against the Steel next year?
I found it quite hard when I was with the Steel and I played against the Magic the first time, in pre-season. So hopefully I'll get over that kind of jitter in pre-season and, I'll enjoy it. They're a completely different team. They've got some newbies in there and they've lost a few of the girls. So I think I'll enjoy it, to be honest.
We interviewed former Silver Fern Debbie White earlier in the week, and she was saying that she thinks it's a great move, not just for you, but for New Zealand netball. Do you view yourself as a bit of a trailblazer? Because you are the first Kiwi player to come over to Australia after Julie Corletto did it for Aussie going to New Zealand. Yeah,
I hope so. Look, it's being the first player, I hope it makes the Australian look at the other young New Zealand defenders or shooters and say maybe they'll be an awesome import. And I thought it was quite cool to be the first. I was like, oh, that.
And do you think there are many sort of players in New Zealand that in the future, will be picked up by Australian sides?
Oh, I hope so, because I'm guessing that the training and the lifestyle in Australia is a lot different, and could help a lot of the young players or any players from this side of the sea. And so you could only tell from next season, I guess, see how it goes with me and see what happens with the rest of the, ANZ season coming up.
And I believe you're a mother as well. Is your child looking forward to coming across?
She is. She is looking forward to it because last time her father went over to Perth without us and she couldn't understand that. But telling her that we're all moving to Perth, she's quite excited and she loves netball. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it as a family.
Well, I think it'll be good. This isn't a question, just a sort of comment. I think it'll be good just purely because I did most of my schooling in Perth, but I finished my secondary schooling in New Zealand. So, I think it's good to have a mix in that way. And you get different experiences even as a kid, although I was older obviously when I finished high school in New Zealand. But switching away from that, are you looking forward to doing a bit of travel around Western Australia to somewhere like Margaret River?
Yeah, I am. I'm just looking forward to the whole thing, like, just even getting into Perth and seeing what Perth has to offer and their lifestyle and the change and everything. I'm looking forward to meeting all the people and, yeah.
And just so far in all your negotiations, how have Netball WA been for you? They've been very helpful and very kind and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, they've offered a lot of help to getting me set up before I get there and, making sure that planning and training's been done and met before I get over to Perth next year or end of this year. So, they're great help. Even the girls are great help. Had messages and welcome packs and everything. I love it.
All right, Ben. Thanks very much, Erena, for joining us today. And hopefully, when you come over here to Aussie, I'm based here in Melbourne, but I cover all the teams when I can. Hopefully, we'll get to meet and have a bit more of a longer chat. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Awesome. Thank you.
You've been listening to the 3 Feet Radio Show with Ben Carbonaro and Luke Herbert. Tune in next time for more special guests and netball commentary exclusively on YouTube.